something about the environment. You choose, you decide amongst yourselves. Okay? I'm gonna start with Lufure Secondary, Senior Secondary. Lufure, are you in the room? What's your sustainability word? One word that you stand to. Somebody needs to tell me. I didn't hear that. One of you needs to come up stage. Okay. Please, quickly.
Hi everyone, my name is Nauta from Brixton Secondary School, and we pride in excellence.
Next, I can see that Kwamshobo. Pardon? Kwamshobo is ready with their word. And they are excited, they are not copying, obviously, from the frame. So I'm gonna ask them to shout out and send a representative. Shout it out. Okay, they don't want to take stage. They said it's success. Are you in agreement? Okay. Then we have Demo. A representative from Demo. Close. Okay. Is Demo secondary here? Okay, they are missing in action. But nonetheless, I think we are ready to start with our program. Time is actually very important. If we want to save the planet, we need to do it now. So we are already 20 minutes late. We're gonna start with the program. We have in our midst our executive mayor, Gwamanda. We also have my MMC, member of the Mayoral Committee for Environment and Infrastructure Services in our midst. So you can see that we are taking this topic around sustainability and climate change very, very serious. We even pulled in the big guns. We also have the junior mayor with us. The city of Joburg has a junior council that is also led by a mayor with his mayoral committee. So we have that. We also have some dignitaries that we extended the invitation to from the presidency. We do have a representative there. We also have somebody from the British High Commission. Dorcas is here to represent the British High Commission. But top of the list is just for me to welcome you. I see you showed up in leaps and bounds, and this is really an honor for the city of Joburg to be engaging with you today as the youth. Are we excited to be here, by the way? All right. I'm missing a podium. All right. As I open, I want to reflect on a quote by Wangari Maathai, and it goes, "Youth are the custodians of our planet, of our planet's future. Let's empower them with the tools and opportunities to be environmental stewards and champions of change." And I think that summarizes why we are all here. Executive Mayor MMC for EISD, Councillor Jax Waila, and I recognize other political heads that are here amongst us, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Green Jobs Youth Expo. This is a groundbreaking initiative that is hosted by the City of Johannesburg under the Environment and Infrastructure Services Department. In 2022, the city launched the Johannesburg Climate Action Plan. The city promised the youth of Johannesburg that they would have a special place in the implementation of this climate action plan. And we welcome you here as part of that promise. The Expo is your gateway to a future where green careers take center stage. And you will see as you mingle with some of the dignitaries that we invited here and you browse through the exhibition center behind us, that there's a host of opportunities that are presented to you today. At this event, you will be able to connect with industry leaders, explore green job opportunities, learn about internships, talk to green entrepreneurs about their journey, and develop your own green entrepreneurial ideas. You will dive into the world of renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, ecotourism, eco-mobility, and more. Our climate action plan also highlights the need for partnerships with our business community and entrepreneurs, and we welcome all our exhibitors and speakers here today, and thank you for sharing your experiences and illuminating the youth the path to a greener, more sustainable Joburg. May this be the start of many partnership opportunities as we face the challenge of climate change together. This event presents the enormous potential of partnerships. The ISD has been supported by a large cohort of sister departments and external partners. From the city, facilities, communications, economic development, parks and zoo, the theater, just to mention a few. They have all played a part in making this day a success. Thank you. When the city works together in this way, it's a wonderful thing. The collaboration of a number of NGOs and academic institutions within our city also demonstrates how much can be achieved when we come together. Special thanks to C40 Climate Leadership Cities, SIA, Sustainable Energy Africa, Green Matter, Alliance for Climate Action, Youth at SAIA, the British High Commission that were there from the get-go of us adopting a climate action plan, YOLO, the branch. We are really honored also to have you with us. You know that they take matters pertaining children very seriously. To our donors, UK Pact, C40, UK International Development, WWF, an enormous thank you. This is a first event of its kind for a city in South Africa, I want to believe, where jobs are so desperately needed. Thank you for your support and faith in our leadership. The Climate Action Plan is a call to action. We need the energy of our youth, and our youth have a right to dignify through clean and sustainable livelihood. We welcome you all and we look forward to great engagements with you. At this point, I would like to perhaps call on stage our very first speaker for the day, and we will be led by the junior mayor of the city of Joburg, the council of the city of Joburg. Please welcome him on stage, ladies and gentlemen. I introduce you to Junior Mayor Arabile Apiri. Over to you.
So when I say Joe, you're gonna say Berg. Now,
when I say Joe, you say Berg needs a Joe. Hey, guys. More energy. When I say Joe, you say Berg needs a Joe. Joe. When I say Joe, you say Berg needs a Joe. Joe.
Dango. But before I begin, I want to say, yay, unzima kwama the earth. And I need you guys to understand this, because today is not about me. Today, it's about you, the youth. Councillor, Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Councillor Kabelo Kwamanda. The Green Jobs Expo, I am very grateful for this invite. All the stakeholders that are present here today, and the most important people at this event, the students. Because I need you guys to understand this. The 06s, my 2000s, we are the COVID babies. Remember this. At the beginning of 2020, we were just starting off high school. Staying with your family members, seeing their true colors. Every day. This is it. This is it. Do your chores. But then one of the main things that we always forget about COVID is that it messed with us. I mean, we lost our voices during that time. I know that for myself. Being cocooned, relying on social media. And there's still other dreams and false promises that we've been told all our lives. Even Usero Ramaphosa told us, there's a false reality that we've been told by our parents. Get a job, go to university, get your degree, then you're set for life. But then we found that hasn't always been true. There's other sectors within this life and in the job market that just haven't been tapped into. The economic space, jobs that are eco-friendly, because we need to understand this. The climate crisis is something that we can't play with. The expectancy of this planet has been reducing day by day, all because of these big corporations and the emissions and their carbon footprint that has been continuing to increase over the years. You haven't been educated on this. And this is one of the main sectors that we need to understand. Because finding your voice is something important. Expos like these, I mean, you're lucky. Remember how many kids in the youth there are. Millions of them. But only a select 100 made it here. Understand that. Some of you may not be of privileged backgrounds. Understand that. But these expos like these ones, they're indelible. Understand this. You are one of the few 100 that made it here. So take advantage of this opportunity. Make those connections. Meet those stakeholders. Pitch that idea. Do it all. Don't have fear. Use your voices. Because understand this. People like Malala Yousafzai, someone that was only 16 years old, but was able to influence millions of people. You guys don't have to influence millions. Influencing one person is more than enough to make your mark on this life. So use your voice. Lead. Use your voice. Take those opportunities. Now, so when I say N, you'll say environment. Now,
When I say N, you say environment. N! N! Louder! When I say N, you say environment. N! N! When I say N, you say environment. N! N!
we are the youth. We are the power. Use your voice. Guys, I'm Arabile Mapiri, and I'm thankful. Dango!
Ladies and gentlemen, did I say more? So you have your marching orders. You know what J stands for. You know what N stands for. And it will unravel a whole lot of possibilities for you. As the City of Joburg, the climate action plan is not a City of Joburg administrative plan. We see it as a plan that needs to be implemented by us all, including the youth, to the lowest level of the youth, because we need to be making sure that even in the career choices that we make today, we are able to live out to the end, which is environment, as you know. All right, we're gonna move swiftly. Yeah, it's unfortunate that we don't have a podium, but please bear with me. You are all looking fabulous, by the way. You do all look like green stewards, and yeah, I feel well represented by all of you. But I want to call on stage Dr. Sinon Tonge from the presidency. You know, when I said Joburg brings it all, I meant it. We have the mayor, we have the MMC, we even have the presidency amongst us. Dr. Nzonge is working on the Youth Employment Intervention Program under the presidency. Can I welcome you on stage?
Hi everyone. So I prepared a very formal speech because I guess I'm still used to the old way of doing things of just inviting university students to these sorts of things. So when I saw all these high school, is it safe to call you kids? When I saw these high school kids, honestly, I basically just saw myself like all of them. I was once, sitting there as well, trying to, basically not even thinking about getting a job, because you think about getting a job when you have parents. Anyway, before I go any further, I'd like to first thank the organizers. Thank you for putting together such an amazing event. And just, a brief introduction of who I am. I'm standing in for actually Temple, the director of the PYEI. And the work that I do in the PMO, the PYEI, is to coordinate the subcommittees, which are in charge of putting forth, all the activities that drive the residential employment intervention. So yeah, so where do I even begin? Because I had all the stats, we have high unemployment, but all these kids here are not thinking about that. So I think I will just, personalize it. So many years ago, studying, in a public school, not thinking about a job, but just knowing that, I was ambitious enough to want to get out of that environment, Back then, it was like a select few programs here and there. They were like, oh, we have a leadership program, you want to join. We didn't have things like this. It's like an entire school invited, So I'm really grateful that you're able to be here, because you're able then to look at everyone here and know what is possible for you, and know that you can, or what to aspire to, what you can aspire to. Most importantly, considering the high unemployment rate in the country, I think it's very important, it's very useful, it's very crucial to start involving young people now, so that they can start thinking and know about the opportunities that are out there. Anyway, some parts of my speech that I'm still gonna share basically speak to some of the things that I would have loved someone had shared with me prior to me deciding, I'm going to varsity. Because how I ended up, with the degree that speaks to jobs is a whole other story on its own. But then, because I wasn't really thinking, I was just happy to be there. Let me just put it that way. I was just happy to have made it to varsity. But I like that you guys are here now, so you don't have to make all those decisions, those haphazard decisions really, of just being like, oh, listen, I'm at varsity, yay, everything's great, So what I'm going to speak to is basically the challenges, of creating jobs, because I think, all the hoopla around, green jobs and whatnot, we really want to be honest about, what the jobs are, what opportunities are there, what challenges are there. All right, so basically let me just first introduce myself formally. I am Sinazo Nzonge. You can call me Dr. Sinazo Nzonge if you like it. I am an environmental and natural resource economist. My journey to getting to where I am wasn't planned at all. It's funny actually how I actually am where I am right now, because just a couple of months ago, I was basically doubting if the skills that I have, owing to the degree that I have, are actually useful in the economy. Because you apply and you apply and you apply and you're not getting anything. And then once it hits, you're just like, oh, actually, I'm useful, So in a way, what I want to highlight is just a few empirical examples, case studies of how young people are actually using green skills, so to speak, to actually, how they're using skills to actually improve their lot in a space where unemployment is really high. So first we have the Zanzi Solar project, which operates in the government. It provides solar energy solutions to households and creates jobs and brings energy to communities, right? And we have the Kula Urban Farming, which is a youth-led agri-tech startup promoting urban agriculture and provides opportunities, fresh food options, and environmental benefits. And lastly, we have the Green Guide, which is focused on empowering young people as ecotourism guides and creates income, promotes sustainable tourism practices, showcases South Africa's natural beauty. And in all of this, this didn't just come about because someone was born one day. It came out of desperation for most of them, because down here in my notes again, I do have this other specific examples, and these are black youths, that are from the townships. And they decided, okay, so employment is not coming around, so now let me create something for myself. Also, I think in doing so. Of course, support is needed from government. Support is needed from organizations such as the British High Commission. So, maybe it's just. So basically, some of the challenges that I basically picked out, I really had a formal trying to divert from it as much as I can. So excuse me if I seem like I'm for the place. So basically, I just want to highlight some things that are very important to consider when we want to put young people into jobs. Firstly, I want us to be cognizant of the skills gap that is definitely going to be there, because there's not much that is known about what skills job or what green skills are. Firstly, what are green skills? Where do these people work? And not everybody's cut out for entrepreneurship. So now how can we maybe mobilize this, not only the presidency, but also other partners to actually arm the youth with the relevant skills? We have, of course, there are resource constraints as well. What types of resources do we need? And also the resources have to speak to the type of green skills that we want to promote in the economy, in line with what is needed in the country. And also we have to be honest about, that there definitely will be limited opportunities, as this is a relatively new field, So we need to be honest about these are, there are limited opportunities. So how can we ensure that, we basically, sell it to young people, that even though now there are limited opportunities, but then, in the future, it will be something. And also, we need to also just be cognizant of the fact that, yes, this is Joburg, maybe access to information is really, is easy. But then we have youths that are from the townships. We have youths that are from rural areas. So now, how can we make sure that they are aware of what to even want in terms of a career in the green skills environment? And also, we need to address, the last point is, on addressing systemic inequalities, and that also speaks to the different areas where these come from, Are we willing to fund Tabizeng from social moving in the same way that we're willing to fund Anna from Sandton, So basically what I'm getting at here is that at the core of everything that we do, in the conversations that we have around green skills and the green economy, we need to be very honest about the fact that, there's a wide range of skills, because, for example, here we have youth and we have like experts, and we have like really young people, So basically, expos like this are for the ESG expert, it's in the same way that it's for like the person in social movement who may not know right now what they want out of life. So there's different ways that we can offer support, and one of them is like education and training, which links to the first point that I mentioned. And we also have to provide entrepreneurship support. There's a lot of people here with ideas, which at the moment may seem like it's not much, it's just an idea at the moment. But then you're seeing the trajectory of like the green skills economy, where it's going. We need to pay attention and see how can we harness power of ideas to drive forward the green economy. And also we need to have policy reforms, incentives for green businesses, because in order to drive, in order to increase employment, we have to make sure that we are driving the economy at the same time. And driving the economy is dependent, unfortunately, on private businesses mostly. So we need to make sure that we get buy-in from them. And also we need to foster public and private partnerships, collaborations between government, the British High Commission, and all this different, the World Bank and GIZ, and then we have to also, we have to devolve all of that to the community level, where we have community-based initiatives as well. We shouldn't look down on those, because it's very important, even like in just doing research, because I remember just, attending a conference, and then the main conversation was that the reason most policies in South Africa never get implemented is because you have the researchers, you have the policy makers, and you have the implementers. So there tends to be like a broken phone, type of situation in between those, because the person who's implementing is not the same person who's in the policy making room, and it's not the same person who's doing research. So it's very important to collaborate, from the bottom up, and lastly, underlying all these points mentioned, like I said, at the core of it's the importance of like inclusion and equity. So just to wrap up now. In the interim and as individuals, organizations, and collectively as a unit, what can we do to make sure that we drive the green economy? So as an individual, you are here, you can spread the word, share information about jobs and inspire others. You can start by sharing the information that you're going to get here, like what you learned by attending this event. You can support green businesses by choosing eco-friendly products and services, volunteering your skills, to NGOs and initiatives, and mentoring a young person. They're here, they're right here. Some of them are free to approach, to approach some of us, because they're like, oh, this person looks so serious and whatnot. But I would really like to implore you to see yourself in that young person. Even if they don't come up to you to ask for information, maybe because they don't even know what to ask. They are here, they're interested, oh, green, everything is green, lovely. But then they don't know what to ask the specific questions. But then I would like to implore you that, in the same way that you would have loved someone to share that sort of information with you, pick one person, pick one child, and talk to them about what they want to be, when they grow up. I mean, all of we wanted to be a million things, but then, life happened. But then, it doesn't hurt to speak to one young person and be like, what would you like to be? Because that shows that, if anything, they are thinking about the future. Although maybe they might not be true either, but then they are, thinking about the future, like what they actually want to do when they grow up. So that's basically my message, that we need to dig deeper and beneath the surface and actually make sure that we drive this forward. That in order for us to have a green economy that actually functions, less we risk actually ending up where we currently are with high youth unemployment. Because you can't keep selling all these false ideas. We need to be honest about, hey, listen, this is the green economy, but then in order for us to get there, these are the steps. They might not, some of them may not materialize tomorrow, overnight, but then let's at least have a working plan that this is actually where we're going with this. Thank you.
I wish somebody had reminded me that I did not introduce myself. Us as scientists, we are really bad at organizing things. We didn't even have a podium. And you saw the scuffle of just getting a podium here. So please forgive me for not introducing myself. I am Lebo Molefe. I work for the City of Joburg. I'm the director responsible for air quality and climate change. Please don't ask me to use my Hoover to clean the air of Joburg. There are actually standards and ways and means of determining what is the air quality in the City of Joburg. So I'm also the custodian of the climate action plan for the city. It is actually my job, Mr. Mayor, to make sure that the climate action plan is implemented. And this expo is just one of the means that the city has seen it befitting to use as a platform to facilitate the implementation of the climate action plan. Because once we have spoken about what opportunities are there, out of that is going to be tangible action that is coming from all of society. As I said, it's not only the City of Joburg that needs to be. For the sake of humanity, and the future of our children, including your children, the school kids that are here. In the future, you're also going to have kids. We need to make sure that we then leave a world that is suitable and habitable for them. So I think we are all on the same page now that you. But I want to actually reflect a little bit on the speech that Dr. Singbo did just now, to say that it's very important for us to be quite awoke around the skills that we require now. But how do you get to the skills? You need resources. You also need partnerships, to do certain things. So you need to be, today, as learners, you need to use this platform as a very good networking opportunity for you, so that you can already start, fashioning those partnerships that we are talking about. At this point in time, we are getting closer to the real deal, where I'm inviting my MMC, Sekwaida, on stage to come and introduce the mayor and welcome the mayor on stage. MMC, can we give a round of applause for MMC? By the way, I said MMC is a member of the mayoral committee. So the mayor has a number of our councillors that are actually deployed for different responsibilities and focus areas in the city. So MMC Squaila is responsible for environment and infrastructure services. He's also responsible for making sure that we have lights, we have water, and that we clean our city. Over to you, MMC.
Thanks, Program Director. When you say I'm responsible for lights and other things, the posture of the meeting might change. And I might even fail to get out of this hall for people that protest. Those are my daily experience here. But anyway, I was introduced as a councillor, Jack Squaila. MMC of the City of Johannesburg. Mine is very simple, not to talk, because of our keynote speaker, who is going to be addressing us here today. And we are very thankful for him to attend. But perhaps let me acknowledge members that are here. I've seen the ward councillor, Councillor Rinkine, and Councillor Gift Martin, who is also amongst us here, officials of the City of Johannesburg, the President's office. I know there is a secondary school that I've seen. And John must wear this uniform, we feel very much terrified. It reminds us of ourselves many, many years ago. I wish I was but I think it reminds, in fact, it humbles us of where we come from as human beings, all of us. Let me acknowledge obviously the two universities that are present here, which is University of Johannesburg, and I'm told also Wits University. I've also acknowledged all city staff and officials from ESD, the UK PACT, C40 officials that are present here. Please receive my acknowledgement and all protocols observed. As I've said that I want to speak a lot, I think the previous speakers mentioned some of the struggles and opportunities that we can explore within this industry, which I think is the future. Future is green, and these young people that are here are also the future of this country. They must be part of the puzzle of that very same future. Though here I know, when you talk green and you talk energy and ESCOM, and with our challenges of electricity in the country, the environmentalists will come after you if you mention coal. And now, the debate in ESCOM has divided the country. It's about whether we should retain and continue use coal as our base load. In the range of electricity. If you ask me, I will say let's keep them for now until all this green energy mix, are introduced properly within our grid and we are able to sustain the country. I think it is important for that particular thing to be mentioned. City of Johannesburg explored quite a number of energy mix. We're busy refurbishing a gas turbine station in the city. We're exploring the rooftop solar system and many other things that we are doing to try and move away from carbon, then to comply with this green way, global. But I'm saying that my work is very simple today, colleagues, to introduce to you one of our greatest. In fact, I must say that in government, I'm just about 40 myself. We've also one of our most young mayor that we must appreciate as this country, to be leading one of the most progressive cities in the country, the economic hub of not only of the country but also of Africa as a whole. That is why my daughter, but more than half of our water is consumed by Johannesburg that we are providing in the country. So it tells you how big the city is. But in fact, though there were challenges in the city, but we are under the leadership of the most capable leader, Okwami. And now that there are young people here, they said Kwamisto. So, so who is also helping us, leading us in navigating the storm to move out of this tragedy that we are facing now in the city. Let's all welcome our most Kwamisto, the mayor of the city of Johannesburg.
Good morning, everyone. Before I get into professional matters, I see there are very young people here, and I need to find a way to keep the balance. What is important is that they understand the reason why they're here. We may speak, we may pronounce, we may promote, but unless they understand the essence of which their presence is important here today, then it's a futile exercise. Thank you very much, MMC, for that creative introduction. The MMC cited the fact that our jobs are diverse in nature. Although councillors, but the expectations from communities demand quite a wide variety of responses on our part. So yesterday I was responding to a service delivery related issue in one of our communities in Claremont. Upon arrival, the community leader extended their gratitude for my presence. Unfortunate part is that the community did not know that I was the one that was being appreciated. They kept asking, where is the mayor? Saying the mayor is here, where is he? And I'm wearing a reflector that has my name in bold. And it states Executive Mayor Councillor Kabelo Kwamane, but they're still looking for me. So I'm here. I don't want to be biased, but the young people, are you able to keep up with what is being presented here? There's an expectation on your part that after the formalities, acknowledgements, and promotions, that you would be empowered. And that's the sole objective of this initiative. But if we are speaking too much English, indicate, say, no, kuluma sikuzwa, uthini, what do you want from us? Libuwe, Elamon Prat, and indicate that we are here, yes, we appreciate the invitation, yes, it's a privilege and an honor for us to be here, yes, but we don't know what you want from us. Many young people do not get an opportunity, but many of the opportunities are missed because we do not understand them. So I'm going to deviate because it's a networking session after this. We'll do the formalities, but this is about you. And I'm not always like this. I'm wearing a red tie most of the time, and I stand up straight and I speak until people sleep, but not today. I need a volunteer that's going to ask me any question that they need to ask. I'll come to you so that you can be able to develop the courage required to engage with the executives of the corporates that are here. For you to ask me whether it would be correct for you to pose a question such as, what would you be looking for in an employee in 10 years' time when I'm ready to occupy a particular position? Can I begin to implement small-scale projects that would enable me to acquire experience? Will there be a balance between academic and experience-based recruitment? What if I have academic limitations and I'm able to provide specific skills that might be required? Is that applicable? Because those are fundamental questions that you need answers to, so that you are motivated enough to keep the direction that you are in school. And that you are not easily misled out of the path that you need to take based on the glitz and glamour of the city of Johannesburg. It's an economic hub, and we are inspired by a wide variety of material possessions that people may have. And we wonder, when am I going to get there, forgetting that you need to play your part in the immediate. And that is for you to acquire an education. So everything else can wait. Believe you me, it will still be there 20 years from now, and it will be better than it is today. So I need just one volunteer that will ask me a question before I start with my bedtime stories during the day. You can raise your hand, I'll come to you. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Program director, I hope I'm not out of order. This is my city, by the way.
My name is Tando Kamini. I'm from Yashuma Secondary School in Seoul. Now, my question to you, Mr. Mayor, is that some of us here are interested in the basic infrastructure development, such as electricity transmission, city power type of stuff. Understand? So, my question to you, Mayor, as we are here gathered here on the C40 Cities event and everything, so what will happen for us when those baseload power stations become offline? Because we know here that the renewable infrastructure cannot provide enough electricity that is needed to power the car. As we know that they are low voltage and baseload are high voltage. What will happen to us who are interested in the baseload type platforms?
Can we get another hand? I'll respond to you from stage. One more. Yeah. Can I take one that time? Then I give it to you too. As please. As please. Is there a hand? By the way, I told. It's how much it does there. Anyone? Thank you.
Greetings everyone, my name is Kateni and I'm from Brixton Secondary. As a grade 11 science student, I want to ask if in mines are we allowed to have subjects? Because I want to work in a mine and support the miners, the people who work there medically.
Thank you very much for your demonstration of enthusiasm. Thank you very much for demonstrating the fact that you know why you're here. Our power stations and the transition to green and solar powered energy is a subject that the MMC had previously alluded to, saying that there's a conflict or contradictions or a back and forth. But who knows? Perhaps you'll be the one that takes that decision when you occupy the presidency at some point. Young people are thinking about the future of our country. Young people are thinking about how they are going to contribute in participating towards building this particular country of ours. The lady on my left wants to contribute in the field of medicine. And she wants to bring solutions to possible challenges that mine workers are faced with. Conditions underground create chronic diseases and long-term effects on the mine workers. The challenge is that mining companies do not want to take responsibility. And the young people who are considerate of what needs to happen in assisting those that are unable to help themselves is number one, a demonstration that our future is in the right hands. So at this point, let me state the fact that I'm happy. I am covered. And I know that you will walk out of this room after the engagements and the networking with everyone and anyone that you need to interact with a better understanding. But not only that, but that the city, which is a world-class African city, will be able to put together programs that is going to keep you active so that you don't lose that inspiration. I have not sanctioned it yet. I was speaking to the program director behind the stage. But I guess this is an agreement between you and me in saying that we will put together programs that will ensure that they are active participants in many of the programs that we undertake as the city. The City of Johannesburg is a youth directorate, a director who is young, focused on youth empowerment, whom is also going to equally come on board to assist. It's the government's responsibility to provide a conducive environment that will enable you, whether in the immediate or in the future. So that is our commitment today as the City of Johannesburg. I'm going to go to the storytelling part. Unfortunately, the MMC of Environmental Infrastructure Services, which is EISD, Councillor Jack Squayle had to excuse himself. He had other commitments that he needed to attend, but he's very much appreciative of an opportunity to have addressed you. I'm acknowledging him in his absentia. Mr. Mapir, I can't see him. He was sitting right there, or he had to excuse himself briefly. The junior mayor in the City of Johannesburg. Let me acknowledge him again in his absentia. Mr. Tejo Walker, the director in the Presidential Youth Employment Intervention, the sponsor, the UK Pact, the C40 Climate Leadership Group, including all corporates that are present and exhibitionists that will be introducing us to their services. The school pupils that are here, the teachers from Lufereng Senior Secondary, Kwamhlobo Senior Secondary School, and Titelo Secondary School. I come from Protea, by the way, so I know the school very well. Both universities that are here, the University of Johannesburg as well as Virgin University, I acknowledge you. The youth organizations that are here, in your numbers, I acknowledge you as well, including representatives from various other government departments, like the DFFE, GDAT, and the staff in the city of Johannesburg, in particular those that are responsible for having coordinated this event here today. The city of Johannesburg is a vibrant and diverse metropolis that is at the forefront of sustainable development and innovation. I need the young people to take note of this, because this is the baseline that was put in place by those that came before you. My role is to sustain what is current, and for you is to inherit and move us to the future. So we all have a role to play. And make no mistake, this city is the city that drives innovation. As the economic hub of South Africa, Johannesburg plays a crucial role in shaping the country's transition towards a green economy. However, when we look towards the future, we see a world filled with challenges, but equally so, opportunities. One of the most pressing challenges we face in the immediate is the impact of climate change on our planet. The need for transition towards a more sustainable and environmentally friendly economy has never been more urgent. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a climate emergency. Today marks yet another important milestone in the history of the city of Johannesburg, as indicated by the program director as well, as we host the Green Jobs Youth Expo. So this starts with you. You are the pioneers of this initiative. You must take ownership of it. This is happening under the leadership of the Government of Local Unity, which is known as the GLU. And the GLU understands that youth unemployment is a critical issue facing our city and our country as a whole. Far too many young people are struggling to find meaningful employment despite their skills and qualification. One of the speakers had indicated in her presentation that she was not sure if the skills that she had acquired would actually assist. And it would be a skill that she can use to empower not just herself, but others as well. And this does not only rob the economy of the city and the country, it also deprives the city and government of the energy, creativity, and the talent that our youth possesses. However, amidst these challenges lie a significant opportunity, and that is the green economy. The transition to a more sustainable, environmentally friendly economy presents a wealth of opportunities for job creation, particularly for you sitting here today, the youth. This is why 6 out of 11 mayoral priorities for this current administration is directed towards economic development and job creation. And I wish to highlight, we have an energy mix model, we have sustainable service delivery, we have job opportunity creation, we have a smart city, we have sustainable economic development, and the green economy, which are mayoral priorities. Overall, the city's youth empowerment program aims to create and support initiatives that provide youth with skills training, employment opportunities, and entrepreneurial support. In the spirit of fostering yet another mayoral priority coined as active and engaged citizenry, the city is seeking to enter into partnerships with the private sector, the youth in Joburg, including the society at large. Program Director, climate change has a profound impact on young people who are likely to inherit the long-term negative environmental impact of the actions we take now. To this extent, the city has a council-approved climate action plan that you are the custodian of, Program Director, which outlines programs that the city needs to implement in partnership with society at large to put measures in place to mitigate and adapt to the climate change. As we stand at the intersection of economic development and environmental stewardship, MMC Squaile is clear that the future of work lies in sustainable practices of renewable energy. Johannesburg, as a bolstering metropolis, is poised to lead the change in green revolution, and the opportunities of green jobs are abundant. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the findings of the C40 Green Jobs Report, a study that was undertaken by our partner, the C40 Cities Leadership Group, there's approximately 400,000 job opportunities that can be realized in the city. And this can be done by the year 2030. Remember, we're talking about the future, by the time you are ready for the job market. Through the implementation of the city's climate action plan and leveraging the green economy, the report represents a collective effort between our city and the C40 Cities Climate Leadership Group, a global network of cities committed to addressing climate change and creating sustainable urban environments. It is clear from this report that the green economy has the potential to be a major source of employment and economic development for the city. From renewable energy production to waste management and eco-friendly construction, the green sector offers a diverse array of career paths for our residents and in particular the youth. Whether you are a recent graduate, a seasoned professional, or someone looking to make a career transition, there's a place for you in the green economy. The power of innovation and technology will have a multiplier effect in achieving sustainability and creating a brighter, greener future for Johannesburg residents. So what are these green jobs? These encompass a wide range of industries, including renewable energy. For example, solar energy generation. This will offer opportunities for engineers, technicians, and project managers. Youth with a background in engineering technology, technicians, and project management and environmental science can play a crucial role in developing and implementing renewable energy solutions. So the question that was asked from my right, there's already a job opportunity for you in what I've just said. I hope you are paying attention. And then we talk about sustainable transportation, from electric vehicles to public transportation systems such as rail. There's a growing demand for skilled workers in the transportation sector, including transport engineers. Then we talk about environmental conservation, one of which our program director is one. And this is protecting our natural resources. And it requires the expertise of conservationists and ecologists and environmental scientists. In the green building and construction side, architects, engineers, and construction workers are needed to design and build energy-efficient structures. Waste management and recycling. Recycling facilities, composting operations, and waste reduction programs offer employment opportunities for individuals passionate about sustainability, including project managers in that field as well. We also consider agriculture. With a growing global population and the need to feed more people while minimizing environmental impact, there is a need for innovative and sustainable farming practices. Youth interested in agriculture, nutrition, and food systems can explore careers in organic farming, urban culture, and food waste reduction. Ladies and gentlemen, seizing these opportunities require investment and commitment from all stakeholders. As a city, we must invest in education and training programs that equip our youth with skills that they need to thrive in a green economy. The city will support initiatives that promote entrepreneurship and innovation in sustainable industries. Furthermore, government has an obligation to ensure that these opportunities are accessible to all young people, including those from disadvantaged backgrounds. This means addressing barriers of entry, such as lack of access to education, training, and financial resources. We must not, however, fail to realize that as individuals, we can also play a role in driving the transition from a green to a green economy, whether through supporting green businesses, advocating for sustainability in our communities. And I think the young mayor had alluded to what we can do from our personal capacity, or pursuing careers in green industries ourselves. I wish to call on all Joburgers to claim their part and play their part in building a more sustainable future for our youth. The green economy offers not only a solution for youth unemployment, but also a pathway for a more sustainable and prosperous future for all. By investing in our young and the youth and supporting the growth of green industries, we can create a brighter tomorrow for generations to come. Let us work together to seize the opportunity that green economy offers. By transitioning to a green economy, ladies and gentlemen, we can realize core benefits in the improvement of our air quality, reduction of population, and the mitigation of the climate change impact. In doing so, we are not only creating jobs, but also safeguarding the well-being of our communities and generations to come. I would also like to bring to your attention the fact that as we embark on this journey towards a green, more sustainable future, we recognize the vital role of our youth in shaping the trajectory of our city. They are not only the leaders of tomorrow, but also the drivers of change today. By investing in renewable energy efficiency infrastructure, and sustainable transportation, we are not only creating green jobs, but also building a more inclusive and equitable city. This presents an opportunity for startups, small business, and research institutions to develop and commercialize new products and services that will drive economic growth and increase the creation of jobs in our city. So some of you might be asking themselves, why are we hosting this Green Job Youth Expo? But it's simply because it is a platform to introduce youth to green career opportunities, to provide an opportunity for youth to network and interact with companies, professionals, and industry leaders in the green space. Encourage youth to follow a green career path and entrepreneurship. Show the wide range of skills and professions that can be employed in the green sector. Create opportunities for youth to match with the right companies and for companies to match with the right candidates. To showcase an endless career opportunity in caring for a nature and people. To provide a platform for youth to engage with the city's climate initiatives and provide private sector. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, we need to recognize that the energy, creativity, and passion that young people bring to the table and acknowledges their role as a key stakeholder in shaping the future of Johannesburg. As the mayor in the city, I envision a city where youth can actively be involved in the green initiatives, from renewable energy projects to sustainable urban planning. I have no doubt in my mind that the proceedings of today will achieve these objectives. A special shout out to the youth that are here at this expo. Shout out. Young people, this expo is about you and your future. And we cannot be engaging in issues pertaining to youth because the youth are the future custodians of the city of Johannesburg. And we cannot do this without you. There is a hashtag that you must popularize and drive an agenda through. And it's not for us without us. So this empowers you to have an active role in any government initiatives that takes place in the city of Johannesburg. I therefore wish to invite the youth to participate in a competition which aims to make visible the range of challenges the youth are currently grappling with within the employment landscape. We ask you to share through various multimedia, written, visual platforms, for your innovation and practical suggestions on how to build a climate-resilient green future in our city. Entries to the competition are now open, and this is online, and we'll be closing on the 23rd of March 2024. Further information can be accessed on the Joburg Green Jobs Expo website. I also wish to thank C40 Climate Leadership Group, the British High Commissioner under the UK Pact, facilitated by Sustainable Energy Africa, the World Wildlife Fund, University of Johannesburg, the University of Wits University, for contributing financially, both universities, to this particular expo. I also want to extend my gratitude to businesses that are here with their exhibitions, offering all possibly need in the city of Johannesburg that worked tirelessly to make this happen. I also appreciate the presence and participation of officials from various spheres of government, the Gauteng Department of Agriculture, Rural Development and Environmental, Fisheries, and I wish to wish you a very successful green job.
Don't you just love my young mayor? Clearly it was quite out there that he can relate with the youth and lead the youth and share the same lingo with the youth. I thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, and thank you very much for gracing this event and leading the pack, giving us marching orders as to what the city needs to do. Thank you very much. At this point in time, we are done with the formal part of the program, but I have a few announcements which will be followed by some treat from the Joburg Theatre. They are going to come and share a play with us that is founded on the very topic of why we are here. Excuse me? Okay, just a few announcements. So the next segment of the program is actually parallel sessions that will be facilitated greatly on the top floor. People and everyone here is required to register. There are placards around the walls for each one of you to register for the sessions that you like. There's also a QR code with the program for the day. And also the program is actually plastered around. So please choose sessions that you are really, really interested in. Don't hog the space. Make sure that you choose only the sessions that you are interested in. All this will start at 11:30, following the production that is going to happen now. So in terms of the rooms, on top there's the community hall, where the school learners will have a workshop. There's the auditorium right next to the community hall, where there will be almost like a telling of a journey that different people took to get into green careers. So if you're interested, you can go there. There's the dance room, where there is an inspiring workshop ran by Water for the Future. The music room will be the venue also of the all-day workshop that is actually hosted by Green Matter. Please do look at the program so that you can make the right choices around where you want to spend the rest of the day. The toilets, ladies and gentlemen, there's toilets that way and there's toilets towards the door. So please find your way there. And then there are food trucks outside. We didn't set up specific time for lunch. So please just make your way outside to support the youth that is selling their food out today outside. only provision that has been made is for the school kids. So please support the youth that has the food trucks outside. At this point in time, I think we can then have a little bit of fun. I want to usher on stage the Joburg Theatre with their production. Please give them a round of applause.